Welcome in, everybody, and welcome back for another Farming Sim 25 stream. We're out here working on the farm again. So let's take, first thing we're going to do is take a look at our cows, make sure they have enough straw, make sure they have enough food. Got to make sure that we're keeping them healthy. So they're at 100 health. They are at, hey Landon, how's it going? Have a little over 18,000 food and almost 30,000 straw. So I think they're doing pretty good that way. We'll just have to keep an eye on it as we speed time in between the harvesting and replanting cycles. So that's good to hear. So I guess we can start off where we abandoned last time with loading these onion rings so that we can get them off to market. Our second shift never came in, so that's going to leave it to us to be first and second shift. So I guess I'm going to end up having to clean up my own mess. Which is fine. I guess I am the one who made it, so. It'd be nice if we could get an update to this pallet auto loading mod, though, to include the expansion crops as well. Ooh, wrong way. Mainly so that I would be able to just auto load them, just drive by them and have the pallets automatically load into the trailer for me, but we'll get them loaded up. Not that big a deal. Just going to take a little bit of finagling on some of these, especially those two there that I accidentally tipped over. My wheels are straight. Go. Let's see what happens if I just, yeah, there we go. I put a fork through. Hey, Caitlin, I'm doing good. How are you? I hope the early access stuff is going good for you. I can't wait to see it. I can just about imagine. Anytime there's a full new map release and you get early access, I can just imagine how overwhelming that would be. Okay, fine. I guess you don't want to go on top of there. We'll just put you down here then. I honestly wouldn't even know where to start. Yeah, one to flip the right way. On top of the other one that I put in this way. As long as I can get it lined up right, which I'm pretty sure I can. That looks to be pretty close. Spider, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing good today. Okay, that is not lined up at all. That's more like it. Wait, who has SpongeBob meals? Ah, Burger King, okay. Because I think it was, what was it, last summer that Wendy's did a collab with SpongeBob, if I'm not mistaken, where they had the pineapple under the sea frosty. Yeah, I would have to say I was not a huge fan of the Wendy's uh, SpongeBob collab either. Yeah, so I was actually at um, McDonald's a couple days ago in my town, and like everybody was getting the Grinch meal. I'm assuming just specifically for the socks, if I had to guess. Because there can't be that many people that are going there just for the dill pickle flavored French fries. Oh, geez, are they really? Yeah, I mean, you would have to really like dill pickle seasoning, I would think, to like the um dill pickle fries. Okay, let's see who's paying the most for onion rings. Oh wait, onions packed. 1253. Geez, of course, the two places furthest away. Now the warehouse isn't too bad. We're gonna tag the warehouse. I think I know where the warehouse is, anyways, but no, jeez. Man. Okay. Let's see if this has enough oomph to push it over. Basically want to just catch top edge. Well, that's as high as it goes, so let's see. There we go. Good to always have a couple big pieces of spare equipment around just in case you happen to roll your semi. Yeah, I'll have to take a look here in a minute. I mean, the socks did look cute on the um poster for sure. And it looked like they had quite a few different styles as well. Okay, let's see how we do this. Oh, sweet. They just auto unload. Nice. There we go. We close the cover. Okay, so now I got to take a look at these socks. Okay, so those are actually pretty cool. Those are some nice socks. Okay, I'm gonna drive alongside the edge of the field. There we go. Nothing like driving down the middle of the road. Yeah, that would be cool, Spider. So you all have each person has a pair of socks. Yeah, that'd be cool. Nope, still won't. Still doesn't pick up the fish food. That stinks. But I guess we'll have to give the mod designer some time to get that coded in. Okay. So let's take a look at our fields. Oh, what's ready to harvest? Our grass is ready to harvest again. Okay. Is that this? No. Yes. I think. Yep. Well, we got to find a wagon that doesn't have anything in it. Is it empty? Nope. That's got red beets in it. That one might be empty. Gotta be careful because this thing is fast. Yes, it's empty. Good. So let's open the cover. Let's open the pipe. Train just went through, so I shouldn't have to worry about the train. Let's lower the harvester. Turn the harvester on. And start cutting some grass. Gotta say, cutting 50 meters, 50-meter width of grass definitely makes an easy job of these fields, that's for sure. I wouldn't even want to know the size of tractor and horsepower it would take to actually run a harvester that had a 50-meter harvesting width. Thought I missed a section back there, but apparently not. We'll just go ahead and get back to harvesting. There we go. Zoom out just a wee bit so we can actually see our harvesting width path, and then we can actually see if we miss anything a little easier this way too. I don't know why I think I have to be so close in on the cab when I'm harvesting. This makes it so much easier to see what I'm actually working to harvest for sure. And I always overlap just a little bit just to make sure that I'm not missing paths, at least when I'm harvesting, because then you can actually see what you're cutting. Unfortunately, when you're doing something like spreading manure, you can't always tell where the manure is going, so you can't always tell if you're providing full coverage until you actually look at the overlay map once you're done. So it's I'm constantly checking and double checking to make sure that I have fully covered the field. Did I miss any back here? I don't think so. Let's check the field. Check its harvest. I don't see any orange dots. So we are good. We can put the pipe back in. The train just happened to go by, so we're good to go flying across the tracks. If this thing didn't turn so quickly. We'll actually drop the wagon. Oh, geez. Chose the wrong thing to drop. So unattach the wagon. Spin around. Get lined back up on the field. Jump out. Run over here. Pick up a tractor. I think we want to take our pink tractor. PTO. Attach it. And now we can go dump it in our fermenter so that we can make hay. Although depending if we still have a ton of hay, we might actually turn this into silage. I'm not sure. Oh no, we got plenty of room for more hay. Yeah, we got plenty of silage. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and keep turning it into hay because I'd like to get up to 200 million liters of hay, 200 million liters of silage as well. That way we never have to worry about having enough TMR, which is what we feed our animals, because that gives us by far the best, the only chance really of getting 100% health on our animals. So we will go ahead and take our wagon back. And leave it sitting over here. I think I probably need to let's see. Yeah. I need to throw some fertilizer on there. So fertilizer is over in this shed right here. So we'll get backed up to the door, and then I'll open the bay door and back her right in. Okay. We need to have remote controls for our garage doors on this. I think that would be cool. Yeah. Okay. Get her hooked up. I think this has a 40. Whoa. Jeez. Talk about a jump scare. Holy crap. We will go ahead and throw a second layer of fertilizer on here so we get a 100% yield bonus. I try to do straight lines, but I doesn't always quite work. Most generally, as I stated, when I'm fertilizing, I tend to miss some areas. And have to go back over, but that's all right. I have plenty of fertilizer. Eventually, I'm gonna have to probably take this over to the shop and get some additional, as well as I'm gonna have to get a gas tank on the farm and get a liquid tanker transport to transport the diesel and fill up a big tanker and then bring it over and fill a tank on the farm, because eventually I'm gonna have to put okay, let's take a look. Oh Imagine that. For the most part, all I missed was that area down there, but I do see one little tiny sliver up here that somehow I missed. We will just go all the way up to the top, turn it back on, and run just a short swath across the top here. We'll go ahead and turn her on now. And just run a swath across. And we can turn it off because I guarantee I got it. Yep. Okay, so all the rest of my fields should be 100% fertilized, which they are. We will go ahead and run down, make sure the train isn't coming this time. Hate the fact that this fertilizer spreader has turning wheels on it. No, don't turn your wheels. Ghost. There we go. I think I got that in there pretty straight and in the middle. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so let's see. Actually, first thing first. Okay, 25,000 liters of petrol. And I think to make it easy to fill, you know what? This area over here is kind of wasted space. Let's actually set it. Okay, so you actually have to get it from that side. So if we do this and put it right here, then you can just drive right through here in between here and here and right along the path and actually fill up right there. I think that's perfect. Okay, so now we need a down here further barrel. And this can do the fuel. We're going to do 5 million because it's free to do it. So why not? We want camouflage. We don't want any branding on it. We want it to just be straight up, no brands. We don't want any rotation on the drawbar because I hate the drawbar being able to swing side to side. It makes it very hard to maneuver. We're going to go wide tires, but those Lizard wide tires look horrible. Ugh, those look horrible too. We'll go medium. No rear hitch because I have yet to be able to actually get more than one of these hooked, and at 5 million liter capacity, I don't think we really have to worry about it. So I think we will go with that. So let's go ahead and buy it. And I think we should actually be able to haul that with my tractor. So let's go pick it up. Watch out for telephone poles, though. All I need to do is smack a telephone pole with my tractor. Then the next thing's going to be actually finding where you get diesel fuel, because I haven't found it yet. I'm assuming it's over in the town somewhere here, if I had to guess. Should be pretty close to lined up. Okay, let's check the map. Okay, so we can actually get it right over here, as well as here. Not there though. Okay, so you can actually get petrol right there. Okay, cool. Wait. Oh, that's my petrol tank. Okay. Jeez, I was like, wait, there's petrol at the farm already? No, that's because I placed one. Okay. So we're actually going to go. Oh, is that? Oh, that's electric charging station. Electric charging station. Oh, geez. Electric charging station. Okay, there's the. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to tag it. Wow, that is the only actual fuel station on this map that I see. Every place else is all electric charging stations. Well, I'm glad that I put the fuel tank over on my farm then, because having to drive over here every time is going to be crazy. But I can tell you, I am definitely not going to fill this tanker because I don't want to know how much 5 million liters of fuel would cost. I think we put maybe 25 to... Oh, this is gonna be expensive. We'll see. Maybe we'll go 25,000 liters, just enough to fill the tank on our farm. This is gonna take a little bit to fill up too, so. But it is definitely going to be expensive. Good thing I'm making and selling onion rings. And I just made, I think I made like 70,000-80,000 on onion rings. So now I'm just going to turn all that back into gas money. Okay, good. It does. I can turn the engine off, and it does keep refueling. So, no, that's not what I want to do. Hit the wrong button. I think you can actually somewhat hear it. Filling the tank up. That's actually pretty cool. So has anybody here ever had Mexican hot chocolate? I was actually able to pick some up at a grocery store where I was at the last couple days because I was in a much more urban area than where I normally live. And they actually had it at their Weiss markets. They had a huge Latin American food section, and they had instant packets of Mexican hot chocolate, which I have blocks of Mexican chocolate that you can mix with hot milk and water to make Mexican hot chocolate, but the instant powder was so much easier, and it actually tasted very close to what the blocks do if you properly dilute the blocks, because if you don't properly dilute the blocks, it is very strong chocolate. But I gotta say, the instant packs are definitely so much easier. And I would not even want to know how long it would take to actually fill this completely up if we were going to fill it. I think I would have to set it here to excuse me, set it here to start filling, and then go do some other stuff and then come back, because I think I might even do that anyways, because it is taking a long time to fill that thing. So the only thing is I don't know what else we really have to do, because I'm waiting for these 3 fields to be ready to harvest wheat, and then these 2 are canola in order to take it to the canola factory. I should say these 4, because we combined 4 fields into 2. So I wonder if filling that will go any quicker if I speed the time up. No, I don't know that it necessarily does. But that's all right, because I need to speed up time in order to make these fields ready to harvest quicker. Anyways, eventually we're probably going to end up having to expand our farm to include some more fields. But I don't know which way we will want to go, because most of the rest of the fields are here other than here. And these would be really hard to combine into bigger fields. I don't know if we really want these small fields. It would be pretty easy to probably make 22, 23, 24 all one big field. If it wasn't for the fact that this main road that goes down through here, I'd say combine it with 25 as well, but I don't think we can. And then 21 and 36. Geez, that's weird. Goes from 21 jumps to 36. Would be pretty easy to combine as well. But they're way up here on the hill. So in order to get them back to our place, we would have to either come down the main road and then follow the main road up through with a cut over here, or we'd have to bring them all the way over here and then back through here. So either way, unless we set up a factory up here somewhere as well, not gonna really make it that easy. So it might be easier to pick up these fields, or potentially even 73, and just cut down all of the trees, level it out, and then plow it and add it to the field with 18 and 19. I just don't know what I think this is actually a pretty substantial hill, if I remember correctly. With lots and lots and lots and lots of trees. Holy cow. Yeah, and it is actually a pretty large hill as well. So I don't know that that'd even be really all that feasible, because we'd have to cut down all of these trees. Then we'd have to either level it or leave it as somewhat as a hill, which would make it a little bit harder to harvest. So that could be, I'm thinking it's going to probably end up being these fields up here. And then we might end up, what's this? That's the coal mine. Might end up putting some sort of factory or storage up here as well, I guess. Jump back here to the gas station to see how we're doing with filling up our tanker. Well, we're about halfway there. So we're getting there slowly but surely. Don't even want to know how much we're spending, though. Oh, look, the grass feels almost ready to harvest again. Grass grows very quickly. And if you weren't here last time, grass is a crop that you only have to plant once. So you plant the grass seed once, and it just continuously comes back every time. So that is very nice. Actually, you know what? Let's visit. Here's what I want to visit. Okay, so we're running the red beet soup, which we are just selling, straight up selling. And I think I'm actually going to turn the fried onions to straight up selling as well. We don't make quite as much profit. Oh, actually, it's already set that way. So we don't make quite as much profit direct selling. But then we don't have to worry about actually transporting it. So we just continuously make money off of them, which is nice. So that's nice. About 9,000 more liters. And as you can see, the grass is already ready to harvest again. So we'll actually go ahead and enter our harvester. Things how we're waiting for the tanker to fill. We'll go ahead and hook up our wagon. Open up our pipe. As you can see, that wagon there is full of red beets. The one behind the barn is actually still filled with TMR. Oh, whoops, forgot. Can't drop that until after you go across. Whoa, and as you can see, if you go too fast with the harvester, it will unfortunately skip a bunch. So normally what I do is I have my, okay, I have my cruise control set to a 3, and then I just steer it. So cruise control is set to, I think, 15 mile per hour. And I just basically set it at 15. It harvests at a good rate and doesn't really miss things as it moving along, or at least not too much. On occasion, it will miss one here and there, but not anything like you saw there, where when I was flying through harvesting it at like 50 mile an hour. We'll just go through, harvested it 15, 16 mile per hour and have no problems whatsoever. Get it done pretty quick. Actually harvested a little bit different this time. Yeah, I don't know why when it goes from night to day, and actually you can see because we have the time sped up, you can see that it's actually growing quicker than I can harvest. So some of the field will be ready to harvest sooner than others. I'm actually, once I get this harvested, I will actually slow the time back down because I should be good for that. So let's actually go in and wrong button. Set the time back to 5 times. Because now if you look at the map, you can actually see how part of it is ready to, or is growing, and part of it is not because I just harvested it. But it is what it is. Not a big deal. We'll just wait to actually harvest until, of course, it's all fully ready to harvest. Oh, nice, Caitlin. For dinner tonight, I had half of a ham and capicola sub from Wegmans, and then I had I was actually down south in PA, so I was able to stop at a Philly pretzel company distribution store and was able to pick up some Philly pretzels. So I had some Philly soft pretzels as well, which were absolutely amazing. I have not had them in years. So were they regular sloppy joes or were they your pumpkin spice sloppy joes? Or pumpkin sloppy joes? I can't remember if they were pumpkin spice or pumpkin. Look, our cows have horns now. Oh, they're so cute with horns. Oh, wait a minute. They need some straw. Holy crap. Oh, and they need food too. That's what we get for speeding up time. Okay, I need to go get some straw. I should believe have some still in here, maybe. Wheat, barley, sorghum. Nope. Crud. Okay, well. Do I have any over here? Grass, chaff, minerals, silage, TMR, hay, straw. Okay, yes, I do. We'll take that should be good. Can't remember how much straw the barn can hold. But as you can see, it definitely needs some because you can almost see the concrete of the... Okay, so didn't quite take it all. That's fine. We'll just take this back over and dump out what little bit was left. Put it back in. And then we'll have to go hook up to our TMR wagon. As you can see, this is a tandem wagon, so the tongue actually moves with you, moves the front wheels. I do not care for tandem wagons, but that's why I have just the TMR in it, because it's easy to just drive it around. Dump. Holy crap. That took a ton of TMR this time. They must have been hungry. Drop it there. Okay. We are going to down here because I'm assuming $46,000. Oh, 46,000 is all in fuel costs. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I thought it was going to be way more than that. Of course, we did fill it 0%, but it has 31,000 liters in it, so that's more than can fit in our tank at home. So we'll be able to completely fill the tank at home and then still have some left in here, which will be good. Because I don't know if you can actually fill directly from this tank, or if you have to have the tanker, the home tank. Because honestly, if we could fill right from one of these tanks and didn't need the home tanker, I'd just sell that and just fill this with a couple 100,000 liters of fuel and leave it parked, and then we could just drive up to this and fill. But I don't know if it works that way or not. And we're actually just gonna, seeing how the train just went through, we're just gonna follow the train tracks. And then cut across our wheat field. Seeing how I have field damage turned off. Otherwise, we definitely would not be wanting to drive across our wheat with wide tires. And we're gonna overload. And it's done. So we will actually take this tanker and get as close up to here as we possibly can. I think I can actually drive through here. No, wrong way. Yeah. Drive back. Drive back. Drive back. Okay, so maybe that's the disadvantage of not having a tandem axle or tandem tongue. I guess I'm just going to need to kind of line it up with where I want it to go. And just kind of drive it there. Yeah, right there will work. And we'll go ahead and fill up our tractor. I'm in the tank. Interesting. I'm swimming in diesel fuel. That's probably not a good thing. So when you're parked close to the diesel tank, do not exit your tractor. Oh, you can just well, that was dumb. You can just refill it from here. And it'll refill, I'm assuming, at... Yeah, it'll tell you how much. Okay, cool. But we still have 6,000 liters in there, so we don't need to do that. But that is good to know now that we do not need that to haul diesel. You can just fill it right from there. But now that that is good, let's see. This field's getting very close to being able to be harvested, so we're going to go ahead and speed our time up again to see if we can't possibly get it to being able to be harvested. Luckily, we have the months set back to 1 day again instead of 27, like we did when we were playing with snow. We'll end up probably doing that again, just because playing with the snow is kind of fun. But maybe set the months to like 5 or 6 days, not 27. Because that took a long time to fast forward when we needed to fast forward to the next month to be able to harvest. The only problem with buying these fields is only these two are planted, this one's planted, and this one's planted. This is not planted. It's harvested, as are these fields. Oh wait, this is grass, so that would actually be a good field to buy. And that one was carrots, and that one's also harvested. So I don't know. Okay, so this wheat field is ready to be harvested, but we're actually going to go, as you can see, we have a number 7 ready for harvesting on our grass field, but we will wait for that. We're actually going to wait for one more month to go through, and it is hailing. That is lovely. And as you can see, the straw and food definitely go down a lot quicker when we're speeding up time, which I would expect. But let's go ahead and check on our... Let's see what age. Okay, so they're 15 months. So at 18 month, they can actually start reproducing. But as you can see, they are all sound asleep. Because it is 7:30 in the morning. You'd have thought they'd have been up. They lazy cows, apparently. They're all just lazing around, sleeping. Yeah, they're just sleeping, Caitlin. You can actually see them still breathing. I think they could be sleeping, I think, because they're I'm speeding time up to try to be able to harvest my fields. Oh, there we go. Now they're starting to get up, of course, as I leave. Oh no, they got up and flopped back down. Oh, there they go. Now they're starting to get up and move around. Man, they're lazy. Of course, if it's sleeting out like it is right now, holy cow. I wouldn't want to be out and about, up and about either. A few more months and we'll have babies running around again. Because they'll start to actually breed. Which I can't wait for. Because once they start breeding, that means we can actually start selling them off for money so that we can make more room so that they can breed us more little babies. It's not. Is it not producing manure because I don't have a manure holder? I wonder. Hmm. I'm going to assume not, because I have to research that. But all of our fields are ready for harvesting now, so let's stop the time from speeding by. But we don't want to harvest in the rain because you get way reduced crops. So hopefully it stops raining soon. It's about ready to say that that's quite a thunderstorm, but it was actually the factory we were hearing. Go ahead and get our harvester over here ready. Actually, we'll go up here so that we can harvest our... Jeez. Canola first. Let's actually go ahead and speed time up a little bit to try and get through this rainstorm. Because I want the rain to go away. Can't remember what... Okay, there we go. Is it going to stop, or is it just going to... Okay, there we go. Now it stopped. Good thing with this harvester is I can pretty much harvest it at full speed and not have any worries whatsoever. Which is definitely nice. I think I should have just a small swath up the middle. Okay, so straw's not available with this crop, which I didn't think it was, but I couldn't remember for sure. We'll just fly through harvesting all of our canola, and then we will go empty the canola into the canola factory. Oh, and just as I say that, the game stutters a little bit and he drops some. That really wasn't because we were harvesting too fast. That's because the game, as it's loading playing area, will sometimes stutter a little bit, and when it does that, it tends to like that, leave some crop out. We're not going to worry about it because we will just go back and get it once we have gotten the rest of the field done. geez. We just stuttered quite a bit there and missed a bunch. I guess I didn't leave any there. I thought I did, but grab this little bit here. See, there's this little swath here we stuttered on, and actually stuttered there again, but luckily we were able to harvest it before. And then we will turn it off. We will check the map. We should be clear. Okay. So we can pull that up. Actually, right over this way, drive through our grass because our canola is over here. Hopefully how much canola did we get? 100, just shy of 118,000. So hopefully our canola factory does not hold quite all of it. Shucks. Okay. That's what I was kind of wondering. So we'll jump out of there. We should have an empty wagon. Our grass wagon should be empty. Emptied that out. And we will go ahead and go dump this in our storage silo over here. Where we can retrieve it later. Actually pull ahead a little bit. Even though it doesn't really matter, I don't like the aesthetic of when you start overloading and it looks like you're overloading onto the ground. We'll actually leave that wagon connected there because of the fact that we're going to come over here and we're going to jump back into our harvester. We will close our pipe. Actually, we're going to, it's interesting that the view is actually vehicle specific, which is good to know that, so we're going to drop it. We're going to turn it on. We're going to make sure to enable our straw swath. And we are going to go ahead and start harvesting all of our wheat. And we'll grab that little bit that we left there on our way back. we're going to go for this one. We're going to go for speed, and we will go back and clean up the rest at the end. Although here, maybe we'll take this corner a little slower. Nah, still miss some, so try to get as close to the 50-meter harvest as we can. As you can see, we're running into the little bit of stutter. That's fine. So here we'll go ahead and grab this, then we'll jump our straw swaths because we have a little bit over here. And we have some here. Just a little bit of little bits and pieces to clean up here and there. I think we had a little, yep. I thought so. A little bit right down here. And if we check our field, I think, yep, that's it. Okay. Now we will head right over and try to line this up so that we get as close to the full 50 as possible. I'm going to slow down and try to take this corner a little slower, like that. Okay. Jeez. That's quite the pile of straw there. Jeez. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We are going to hit 3 because I think I have this set for 20 miles per hour on cruise control. And we'll do kind of the same thing we were doing for grass, just to see if we can't get a smoother harvest. And it seems to be working much better. Now, obviously, we still run the chance of getting some clips of lag, but those we can always go back and clean up. But at least this will get us a much smoother harvest, as you can see. Just running through bit by bit, little by little. Even that corner went pretty good. But I think for the wheat harvester, it appears that 20 mile per hour is about the peak harvesting, because even going around corners, we didn't drop any. So this is going to be interesting, though, because if I go straight, I end up hitting that telephone pole. So we end up having to curve just a little bit around it. Not a big deal. I have a feeling I'm going to end up having to probably start selling some wheat, because I'm turning it into flour. Either that or I'm going to have to buy some dairy cows, to get another barn and have some dairy cows to start producing some milk so that we can start producing some baked goods, buy a bakery and start making baked goods, because just running the fish food factory is not requiring as much wheat and flour as we're able to produce with these 3 rather large fields that we created. So gonna have to either start straight up selling wheat, potentially selling flour, because I think flour is a better return on investment than just selling straight wheat. It does cost a little bit of money to turn it into flour. But the good thing is that the auto load pallet mod will actually pick up flour. So we could definitely more easily pick up the flour and be able to take it to market without having to rely on strictly direct selling. So we would get 100% of the profit, which would be nice. We're going to speed up here and then go back to 20, because we do have a bit of the field left to go here that we weren't able to harvest quite yet. And then I know we have a little bit of cleanup to do. As you can see over there, there's a little bit. I think there's a little bit right up here. So we'll go ahead and do that cleanup now. And then I think our wheat harvest should be done, which, thank God for the Colossus mod, because it makes these harvests so much quicker and easier. We're going to turn this off. We're going to check our field. I do not see any orange left on the field. So we'll go ahead and pick up the header. Drive across the field. No, can't cut through there because of that tree. I'm going to end up having to cut that tree down, because that tree is a pain in the butt. So we will drive this over here. And I forget how close I have to be. I think this will work. Wrong button. Hit the O and the P at the same time. Nope. I think I was right where I needed to be the first time. Wait, is that really all it took? No. Okay. That's all it took. So now we'll put our pipe back out again. Man, I won't even let you duck under that. Run over, grab our tractor with a wagon, and go empty the wheat into our wagon. How much wheat do we have in here now? 802,000 liters. Jeez. That is a ton. We will leave that there. I'm going to jump out of there because, as you can hear, this is still running, and it will run until you put the pipe in. Now, once the pipe is in, now it'll actually shut off. And now we're going to go pick up our other wagon, which is our foraging wagon. Because that is what we need to go pick up all of our straw. And again, it helps if you hit the right button. Hit Q, not E. You can see this has a very large pickup swath as well, and I'm not only picking up on one side. I wanted to make sure that I was able to get the little bit that we had along the very edge the first run through. Now once I am able to grab all of that, now I will actually run up through kind of the middle of these two to see if I might be able to harvest both of them at the same time, which it looks like I can get the vast majority of it. I'll actually run it right up through the edge. But as you can see, there's little bits and pieces here that I missed. Yeah, there's a little bit over there I missed too, so I'll have to swing back over that way. So I want to make sure that I get every little bit, because the straw is used not only for the cow barn, but it's also used for TMR to feed the animals, which right now all we have for animals is the Highland cattle. But eventually, like I said, I would like to get some dairy cows, possibly some pigs, some horses, and I'm pretty sure most of them all require straw as bedding, if I remember correctly. So definitely want to be able to make sure that we have a very steady supply of straw for our animals to keep them fully happy and bedded. I still got to figure out how to get the manure working, because I would love to be able to start using turning the manure into fertilizer so that I wouldn't have to continuously purchase fertilizer to fertilize our fields. If I was able to properly collect and store the manure, I could then get a manure spreader and just start spreading the manure for fertilizer. Which would be amazing to make it more into a self-sustaining farm, which is what I am really hoping that we're able to do, so that we're not reliant on continuously buying fertilizer. I believe there's actually a way that you can even have a seed factory now where you can take some of your harvested product and turn it back into seeds for certain crops, if not all crops. So then we would not even have to buy seeds. We would just sacrifice some of our crop to the seed factory in order to produce the seeds that we need. Which would be even better. Okay, so I think, pretty sure I got all of the straw. Just over 100,000 straw, or not 100,000, just over 1 million straw. So we will take this over to the fermenter. And that was a horrible turn. Jeez. And we're going to dump the straw. Luckily, this overload's a little bit different. And it also takes quite a bit longer. So while that is doing that, we will jump out. And as you can see, our straw was almost empty. And you can see part of our straw is actually we have this enabled to turn our straw into silage, because our TMR uses hay, silage, and straw. We could, if we didn't have a steady supply of straw, we could just use this recipe, or if you have a steady but not huge supply, you can use this one. But I kind of like this one because we have a huge amount of straw that we collect every time we harvest. As you saw, it was over 1 million liters, so we have no problem collecting a ton of straw. So our straw is turning into silage, as well as being used directly for TMR. So once the silage is completely full, as you can see, our TMR is completely full. So that is not being created currently, because we are fully stored up with the 2 million. So once the silage gets capped at 2 million, our straw will just start accumulating. which will be nice because, as I said, I would like to try and get everything here. These three, the hay, silage, and TMR, as well as straw, set to 2 million liters of each. And just that way we never have to worry about any of it at all. Oh, that's because we are out of grass, but we will be able to harvest some more grass here soon because our field is ready to be harvested yet again. Almost empty of straw. Down to our last 40, 30, 20, 10, and we are empty. So we can go and park our foraging wagon back in the shed. Oh, come on. What in the world? Man, I'm not having any luck with backing this in tonight. I'm usually pretty good at it. There we go. Yeah. Good enough. In there quite crooked, but it's in there really crooked. But it'll work. Jeez. Okay, so let's hop in our harvester. Up to our wagon again. Pipe out. Train's not coming. Harvester down, harvester on. Cruise control on. And away we go, cutting grass. Geez, I think this is the third time we've cut this field tonight. Grass grows really fast. Early game, if you want to start off with very little money and kind of work your way up, grass is a very good way to make money because do some do some of the contracts to make yourself a little nest egg, and then just buy a small harvester, and honestly, you don't even need something like the Colossus here. You can get just a small mower attachment for a small tractor, and if you can't afford to buy it, just lease it, and you can easily start building up a little nest egg with literally just cutting grass fields and selling the grass. Or take an harvest, cut the grass fields, and then get a windrow and windrow them into nice even rows, and then you can get a baler to pull behind the small wagon, and you can actually bale them and then sell the hay bales as well. Just a little tip on early gameplay. If you do not start like us with having a bunch of government subsidies, you can make money just by cutting grass field. Okay, so let's check. I think that field is fully harvested. We will go ahead and cross the track again. Make sure that our wagon is chosen when we go to disconnect. And so make sure we don't disconnect our cutter. And we will go ahead and hop in our pink tractor. And take this over to make us some hay. Let's dump our hay. Or grass, I guess. It's not hay yet. It won't be hay till it gets dried out in our silo. Should have just left our wait a minute. Let me check here, because I want to make sure that we are we're going to store that. We don't want to sell it because we want to keep it for our fish food factory, as well as if we're going to start possibly buy a bakery. There's no Rain. Oh, here we go. Now that I mean, you can't really fully see where you're hitting because I didn't purchase the guides when I set this up, which I definitely should have. But at least this way we can somewhat see where we're throwing the solid fertilizer. At least a good thing with the fertilizer spreader is you can go balls to the wall, full speed, not worry about missing anything because it's going to throw the fertilizer regardless. It doesn't care how fast you're going. Just have a feeling that I've missed a couple spots. Let's see. Jeez, yeah. Every time I turned. Imagine that. We'll go ahead and catch this side down here because we missed this side. And then we'll run a full circle around the whole edge of the field. That way we'll catch the bottom wild turn that I made, and then the top two turns that I made that I didn't quite go off the field like I should have. Okay, how did I miss those two little tiny spots? That just doesn't make any sense. Okay, got it that time. This one's more down here. It must have been right at the very edge of the turn that I made. Yep. Got it that time. Okay. We can go park the fertilizer spreader for now. Geez, that one I parked really nice. That one went right in just how I wanted it to. Where is it? Is it over here? Oh, man. did the... Come on. Time to clean off our machinery. Make it all nice and spick and span. Can't be running around with dirty machinery all the time. I think this one I already cleaned. Yep, I did. Okay. Oops. Now we'll go clean our tractor. See, I don't have my windows open on my tractor. Okay. That tractor looks nice and clean. Is this clean? No, that tractor looks dirty too. I think we need to clean this one off too. At least it looks dirty. We'll see. Oh yeah, it was definitely dirty. Look at how shiny those tires look now. Oh yeah. Much cleaner wheel weights. Um, okay, so that is making canola oil. Good. Let's check on our cows again. Ooh, they need food. Good thing I checked. Let's hop in the wagon, or yeah, hop in the wagon. Jeez. Hop in the tractor. This might actually empty the wagon of TMR. I might have to go get some more. Not that I'm complaining at all. Yep, it did. We finally went through our first batch of TMR in our wagon, so We are going to go ahead and fill the wagon completely up. With TMR, that way it's fully loaded, ready to go. I'm not sure. I think this wagon will hold 200,000 liters, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere's around there, which will keep our cows nice and fed for quite some time. If only it a little faster. Which I guess a normal wagon it would. Because a normal wagon isn't holding this much product. So I guess that kind of makes sense that it takes a while to fill up. But at least now our silo will start making more TMR. And we're actually gonna bring this over and dump some more TMR to make sure that the cows are nice and fed. We'll go ahead and put the cover back on it because we don't want it getting wet. Uncouple. And we're going to go park this tractor so that we can get this tractor nice and cleaned up as well. Nope. Let's get this cleaned off. Get all that dirt out of the wheel well and wheel weight. Clean off the tires. There we go. Nice clean tractor. Never put away a tractor dirty. Let's check our factories quick. Make sure that they are all producing. If we go over here, hasn't produced enough yet. Oh yeah, nope. Only 842 liters. It won't show a pallet until there's 1,000. So we can go ahead and put away our forklift. I think we'll put our forklift over here with our tractors. I did have it in the other one, but I think right here is a perfect place for it. It's a little dirty. I think we could maybe clean it up a little bit. Can't really tell how dirty the forklift is because it hasn't really been run much, but never hurts to wash it off. That looks nice and clean. Okay. I really need to clean my harvesters, but I don't feel like pushing my pressure washer all over the place. I really should do something about this ground here, but it works and it's a pain to try to level it and get it to slope properly. So I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Oh, I forgot to close my I forgot to close the trailer up. There we go. That's all nice and closed up now. This factory, I think, is still set to auto sell everything. If I remember correctly. Yep. That we were continuously making money off of it. Let's take a look. As you can see, every month we are currently running positive every month. We're making money, which is good to see. Oh, why do we still have loans? We need to pay those off. There, now we're loan free. So we're paying $33 a month on loan interest when we had $11 million in the bank and we had $1,000 loan. Man, we should have paid that off a long time ago. As you can see, we are doing pretty good money wise. Granted, fuel costs. Okay, so it did actually, yeah, it costs quite a bit to buy fuel, but now we have a ton of fuel, so we have way more than enough fuel to continuously keep all of our equipment fueled up. I gotta look at other ways to make passive income. I know there's some. I think you can put like a wind farm or solar. I can't remember which, but let's see. Production. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, small wind energy converter makes 900, anywhere from 0 to 984 a month. Large wind turbine can make you 67,680 a month, but it costs $750,000. So it would take a year for that to pay for itself. Dang. Okay, well, I don't think I want to go quite that much. But these are like super cheap, but they also do not pay very well. It looks like about everything takes about a year to make up for the payments, except for maybe the large solar collector. Takes about 11 months versus the close to 12 months that the rest of these all take. But let's see. Small bakery. Yeah, see, then we'd have to get into greenhouses. We'd have to get chickens. We have to get milk. Yeah, I don't think we want to get into any of those quite yet. Oh, cereal factory. Okay, so we could add a cereal factory along with our um, granary that we could turn some of our wheat into cereal. How much does cereal go for? Holy cow. 11,000 per thousand. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna put a cereal factory. Whoa, this is huge though. Onion cereal? Was onions really on there? Okay, no. Okay. So it looks like corn, oats, barley, wheat, chocolate, honey. Oh, we need beehives and raisins? Yeah, I bet it's raisins so we can make raisin bran. Okay, so chocolate cereal takes honey, chocolate, oat, corn. We're gonna have to have rice. Okay, no. Oat and corn. Or we do buy some fields and make rice fields, which are we do have yeah, there's so there are grapes and special grape harvesters as well. So actually, you know what, Caitlin? Maybe that's what we should do up here. Is maybe I should sell that factory there and buy these fields up here and turn this into our cereal fields. And we could do corn, rice, oats, and grapes up here. And then we could just have our cereal factory up here. What the that's right, that's a coal mine. And just continuously produce cereal up on these fields. Because actually, this is oats already. This is harvested, but it was barley. That's oats was harvested. And these are sugar beets, which we can turn into, I think, sugar at a specific factory. How much are these? 443,000, 354,000, 400. Whoa. Those are some big old trees. So this actually has a little building here. That's not bad. This has a little farmhouse as well. Hmm. I think I'm gonna buy that land. I think we'll buy at least these two fields here to start. Because we can turn them into. Well, this one already has oats on it, 100% fertilized, so we can immediately harvest oats. Can I sell this? Oh, I can. I don't know that we'd ever use that for anything, even up here. Hey, Six, how's it going? Yeah, I think we're gonna sell this small shed. We get $11,000 for it. Oh, and look at how it cleared that right off. We're also going to remove that. And I think we'll probably end up going around and removing this entire rock wall. Oh, nice. Maybe not the whole thing. If we just remove this. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Just removed it out of the two there. Then we can bring a plow up here. And easily plow right through them. Hopefully these trees here. Don't get in my way. One tree down. And can't hardly see through. Two trees down. And we're just going to take these over on this other piece of land and drop them. Just to get them out of our way. This is a forest over here anyways. There's one tree down. The other one maybe we'll take it over into these woods. If I can even find it. Where was it? I think it was in here somewhere, wasn't it? There it is. We'll take it this way. Oh, come on. Man, this is taking way too long. Okay, here we go. Now I'm in a little bit of a rhythm. Almost there. A little bit further. There, now you can be with all your tree friends. Okay, so now let's do Shift P. What in the world is it overlapping with? Okay, I still don't get what it's overlapping with. Okay, let me put it there. Yeah, no kidding, 6. I didn't even think of that, but you're right. Okay, and it still leaves us a little area back here that we can maybe put a. Oh, I see what it is. It's these stupid stumps. I should have brought my stump grinder up. Oh well. I thought this said it was ready to harvest, but must not be quite there. Oh no, growing. Okay, that'll be ready next month. This one I need to plant corn on. And then I'm going to buy that place. I'm going to buy this place. And we're going to harvest these two sugar beet fields. And then we're going to replant them with, I think, probably one of them with grapes. And I don't know what we'll do with the other one. But we need to get a harvester or a planter up here for sure. don't know if these can plant grapes or if they can only plant. Oh, wrong one. Normal crops. So let's see: barley, oat, canola, sorghum, long grain rice, radish, grass, red beet, carrots, parsnips, peas, spinach, green beans, potatoes. Yeah, so it can't. Okay, so. Oh, wait, that's because. Hold on. We're going to do corn there anyways. So let's get this tractor up there. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to even attempt it. I was going to say maybe I could drive up over the hill, but I don't think so. I think it's probably too wooded, if I had to guess. We're going to have to replant these fields as well, but I have another planter, so that's why I have two planters. The heck is that thing? Some red thing in the hedgerow that I didn't see. I'm not sure I've ever planted and harvested corn before. Oh yeah, definitely glad I didn't try to think that I could climb the hill to come up here, because it's a freaking cliff. It ain't no hill. Going too slow, car. Going around you. So through corn. Okay. Okay, let's lower it. Let's turn around. We are planting corn. Let's go. Yeah, it's the Scandinavian takeover, apparently. I am definitely going to have to take a look at the fishing planet, the new fishing planet DLC though for Norway. But hopefully, I would play that map more than I played the last one, because I think I only got on the last one once or twice. Here, I think we're all planted. Now we've got corn planted. And let's just, yep. Oh, and it's 100% fertilized. Nice. Like it. Oops. Looks like I might have cut a little too close there. So that will be corn as well, at least until I plant next time. And then I'll have to make sure not to go over into the cornfield. So let's what's in here? Here's my root harvester. Luckily, this thing turns on a dime and is very fast. Okay. Dang. Did a pirouette and a root harvester. Let's go. As you can see, this thing can be a little much to drive. I'm gonna have to be careful not to take a turn too short because okay, I could easily send this thing over the cliff. And this thing is a pain in the butt. Yeah, that little road doesn't go the way I thought it did. Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh, wrong thing. Can't do. Sugar sheets? Since when? Hold on a second. Show sugar beets and regular beets. Ugh. You gotta buy just the unrealistic sugar beet header. Okay. Okay, well, now that I need that. I think that is going to be where I call it a night. Seeing as how now I have to get the sugar beet header all the way up here from the shop. I'll keep the vegetable harvester up here, but I'm going to end up trucking the other up on my flatbed. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with us, and as always, thank you very much. I will hope you all have a good night and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you guys all later.